now the next quality is Shraddha. Shraddha. Shraddha is something we commonly translate as faith. Faith is what we call it. Now, faith. What is this Shraddha? Another nice definition. Shrat, dadati, Shraddha. Shrat means the truth. Dadati, that which gives. Shraddha. Shraddha is that which gives you the truth. That which takes you to the truth. Shraddha. And that's what's given in the final quarter of that verse. Yaya vastu upalabhyate. Vastu means Brahman, the truth, Moksha. Upalabhyate is attained. Yaya, by this. By this quality called Shraddha, the seeker attains Moksha. Very important. This is the only quality that is given this preeminence. So of all qualities, Shraddha is the most important. Every quality a seeker has, Shraddha is the most important. It is Parama Sadhana. Shraddha. So even if you don't have Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Mukshutvam, Samadhanam, doesn't matter. If Shraddha is there, you will get there. If Shraddha is there, you get there. Conversely, you can have all those qualities, but you lose Shraddha. If you lose Shraddha, everything gone. Everything gone. Loss of Shraddha, loss of everything. Yeah? Now here in this context, what are we to have Shraddha in? This context is of a seeker on the path of knowledge. On the path of knowledge, the most important thing the seeker should have Shraddha in is Shastra and Guru in the path of knowledge. Of course, faith in God is already taken. It's already understood this person has faith in God. And being somewhat advanced seeker, this is for advanced seekers. Then faith in oneself is also there. Atma Vishwasa. Okay. So for mediocre and beginner, then we say faith in God is very important. Because may not have a guru. May not have a guru. So faith in God is very important. Faith in oneself. Atma Shraddha, Atma Vishwasaha, and Ishvara Shraddha. Bhagavad Shraddha. Faith in God. This is important for beginner and a mediocre. But advanced seeker, then our advanced seeker has come to study Shastra, Vedanta Shastra. Now this advanced seeker that's looking to study Vedanta Shastra, this is what's happening, needs a guru. He cannot understand the Vedanta Shastra by himself because very subtle is the knowledge. Very subtle, very difficult. Therefore, needs teacher. So now, in order to get this knowledge from this text, teachers are required. Therefore, faith in both these are required. Faith in Guru, faith in Shastra will take your knowledge and turn it into wisdom. That's what it does. Your knowledge will become experience actually. Your knowledge will become experience if you have faith in Guru and Shastra. Without faith in Guru, Shastra, faith in God, faith in oneself, you can gain knowledge, but you may not get experience. May not get experience. Yeah? And therefore, there's the verse, Shraddhavan Davate Jnanam. The one who has faith, he attains knowledge. Knowledge, wisdom here. Wisdom. So now, you must understand, the context given here is for the context of a bit more advanced seeker. And I think we'll take it at this level because earlier ones we've also seen. So this is a bit more interesting. Yeah? That, in the context of the advanced seeker, faith in Guru, Shastra important. Now, why is that faith so important? Because it is the knowledge from the Vedanta Shastra that you are infinite, you are that Tattvamasi. That is the direct means to get to moksha. Direct means. The direct means to moksha is clear, unadulterated knowledge of Brahman, Brahma Vidya. Now, we're all gaining knowledge about Brahman, but our knowledge of Brahman has got adulteration. What is the adulteration? It comes in the form of what is called doubt. Samshaya. So we have knowledge, but our knowledge is samshaya sahitam, with doubt. Therefore, some portions we accept, some portions we reject. We hear certain parts of the scriptures, and that's nice. And then other parts we say, oh, I don't like that so much. And we say, Swamiji, I think that is obsolete actually. This day and age, I don't think people need to do this. You must interpret for modern era. So when people say interpret for modern era, it means they don't like that message. That's what it means. Yeah? Shastra is Shastra. With regards to Dharma, with regards to Brahman, it is as it is. Yeah? People like twisting and turning Shastra because they don't want to hear some part of it. They don't like it. So we say that when Bhagavan came to earth, the Sri Krishna Charitra took place, Ramayana took place, Mahabharata took place. Somebody, no, Swamiji. How can he live for that long? How can he? So maybe this is just some fables. Maybe this is mythology, mythology. Swamiji gives symbolism of Ram. Let's not say Ram was God. Yeah, like symbol. Or Ram was a human being, a very good king, very noble king. Don't say he's God. Let's call him Prince of Ayodhya. Yeah? Let us not call him God. Yeah. So you see how we start taking Shastra and corrupting it. Why? We have our own doubts. We have our own doubts. So because of that, we take the Shastra, we adulterate it. Yeah? And therefore we lose faith in that scripture. When you lose faith in the scripture, once you say one part of the scripture you don't trust, all parts of the scriptures you won't trust. Think about it. You have a friend. Yeah? And you've known them for 10 years. And in 10 years, they have told a lie to you. Now, once they lie to you, even though one time in 10 years, can you trust them after that? You can't trust them. You can't say, oh, look, strike rate is pretty good. My friend is 99% honest. I'm going to take that chance. Once a person has lied to you, you'll always feel, I don't know if I can trust anything they have to say after that. Because the person is a whole entity. Same way, Shastra is a whole entity. So you can't say, I believe in one part and I don't believe in another part. It's the same thing. It's the same Shastra. I believe in Bhagavad Gita, but not Sri Krishna Charitra, the stories of Krishna. Well, who gave the Bhagavad Gita? Sri Krishna only. So you believe in the message of Sri Krishna, but you don't believe that Sri Krishna existed. It is a contradiction only. This is how doubts creep into our mind. So about Shastra, this is how we start having doubts. We start selectively taking parts of the Shastra. What we should do is we should inquire into those parts that are difficult to understand. Not dismiss them because we are uncomfortable with them. Yeah? Must inquire into them. Yeah? So, this is now faith in Shastra. That's why I said the reason once we start picking and choosing what we want to hear from the Shastra, you never get moksha. Because in moksha, you have to overcome one thing. And that one thing is called ego. Ego. And to overcome this ego, quite uncomfortable. It can be quite uncomfortable. So if every time I hear a message from the scriptures which is uncomfortable, unsettling, I reject the scripture, then you will eventually reject the Moksha Shastra. Because the Moksha Shastra can be quite unpleasant. Yeah? So I like the part of the scripture that is inspirational. I like the part of the scripture that is devotional. I like the part of the scripture that says you can do whatever criminal activities you want, but God will love you. Oh, that's the best one. That's my favorite part. That I can commit every crime and blunder in the world and God still loves me. Apiche sudaracharaha bhajate mamananyavak sadureva samantavyaha samyak vavisto hisaha. Oh, my favorite mantra. Why? It excuses and pardons me for all my stupidity throughout my entire life. Oh, the best one. So that one I like. But you know, the one that says, oh, you need vairagya, dispassion, and you need viveka, and shama, and dhamma. This one is too much. Oh, I don't think I want to follow that part of it. I'll go back to the other one where it says, commit all the blunders, and I still love you. Oh, that's a nice one. This is called selective. Who is selecting? Who is selecting is the key. Who is choosing which part to follow, which part not to follow? Ego. Ego is making that choice. And as long as the ego is making the choice, what is my project? My project is remove ego. As long as the ego is making the choice, your project of removing the ego will not work. How can it work? The very person you're trying to remove from the picture is the one who is in charge of the project. He's not going to go. And what does he do? He will shift blame. Shift blame. You know what this is like? It is like there's corruption in the council. Yeah? And when there's corruption in the council, you have to do investigation. Who leads the investigation? The man who's corrupt. So if the man who is corrupt is in charge of the investigation, it is very unlikely you are going to find out who the true villain is. Why? Shift blame. That's what the ego does. He's so skilled at it. He shifts blame. He says, no, actually the cause of your sorrows is not me. The cause of your sorrows is the world outside. That's what it is. Yeah? It's your spouse. If it's not your spouse, no, they're very loving, they're good. Your spouse's family, they cause lots of problems. So spouse's family is the cause. Yeah? It's the fact that we live in a different country, that's also a cause. It's the fact that we're in COVID lockdown, that's also a cause. It's the fact that my dog barks so loudly at night that I can't sleep, that's why I'm a grumpy, miserable person. That's the cause. But people can say you're a grumpy, miserable person before we got the dog. So now how do we figure that out? That logic doesn't make sense. So ego is involved in blame shifting and then accusing somebody else. Why? In charge of the project. This is why ego cannot be put in charge of the project. So Shastra has to say, this is the truth. That's how it is. You have to accept it. If you start picking and choosing what part of the Shastra you want to hear, all of a sudden you've handed the project over to ego. You understand? There's a problem. Now you might say, oh, I don't even understand this Shastra. No, please help me understand Shastra. So I say, please help me. Okay. So now you need help. So then you need Guru. So I'm sincere, I want to overcome the ego, I'm following the scriptures, but when I read it, I can't understand it. Why can't I understand? Different language is the first thing. I don't even understand the language it's in. Sarvadharmam parityajya mamekam sharana. What is this Sarvadharman? I heard it many. Karmanye vadikaraste. Oh, most famous verse quoted in Gita. Ever you want to impress people at any place, they say, oh, I study Gita, I say, oh yeah, it sounds like a verse from the Gita that you're talking about. Impress everyone. Why? It was at the start of the Mahabharata serial for 10 years, and then you watch that so many times, that verse only stick in your head. Yeah? Correct? So, I'm reading, but I don't understand what this karmanye vadikaraste means. Mahaleshu kadachana. I don't know. We need Guru. Then Guru comes, and when Guru comes, then it's important that we have some faith in that Guru. Now, about Guru, the interesting thing. Now, qualities of Guru are going to come later in this text. But about Guru, this relationship of Guru and Shishya, for the seeker, this is the most important relationship. For the sincere seeker, advanced seeker. For the advanced seeker, Guru Shishya Sambandha relationship, most important. You must protect it at all costs. Why? Because it's the Guru via the Shastra, or Shastra via the Guru, that is going to get you to Moksha. Yeah? So now this most sacred, most valuable relationship is Guru Shishya Sambandha for advanced seeker. Beginners and mediocres will not be that fascinated with it. Okay? Other relationships might be important for the beginners and the mediocres because they don't have yet that level of commitment or interest. So they still need support by other relationships. So sometimes those relationships are more important. Yeah? But now advanced seeker has said, I'm strong enough. I don't need other relationships in life. Because I'm strong enough, now I will rely entirely upon the Guru, advanced seeker. And so now, when he starts this journey of relying upon teacher, this journey also difficult. Why is it difficult? Because again, what is the Guru's job? The Guru's job is to help get rid of this ego. So don't forget, I'm the corrupt politician. Yeah, I'm the one causing all the problems in the cabinet. And now, who has come? Independent, expert investigator. That's what Guru is. Independent, expert investigator. He has come. And he's now going to review who is the source of corruption. Where is it? Now, either you can fight with them, try to deceive them, mislead them, be uncooperative. Why? I'm going to get caught. Or you sit there and say, I will work with you. And when working with you, we'll find out who the culprit is. Yeah? So now, I say I'm going to work with the Guru. What is the Guru's purpose? Guru's purpose is to get the seeker to Moksha. That's the only purpose the Guru has. Everything else is secondary. Get the student to Moksha. That's his goal. How is it going to happen? He has to remove his ego. Now, because he's got to remove the ego, guess what? Do you think it's going to be pleasant or unpleasant? It will be a combination of two. Sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. I was giving an example. You know, you have a mask. Mask is on your face and you do some acting or you do some drama. That mask is stuck onto your face. Yeah? Then in order to get that mask off, they put some solvent and they start pulling. As they pull, you know, some of the skin kind of tears and pulls away and it's quite harsh and abrasive, unpleasant experience. But as they take it off, you know, the skin underneath now gets fresh air, comes in contact. Very pleasant. Pleasant. So as you're removing the mask, there are times when it is pleasant and there are times when it is unpleasant. What is Guru doing? Removing the mask of ego. And he's trying to say, this is who you are. And the one underneath the mask is so much more beautiful than the mask. The mask is a horror show. The mask is a villain. The mask is scaring everyone in the village. And let's take it off. The problem is I've been living with this mask for so long that I kind of used to it. I kind of like it actually, you know, this mask. And sometimes I jump out of the cupboard and I scare people. Whoo, and they get scared. Huh? There's some people who like my mask as well, so they also like it as well. But if you take that mask off, oh, you're such a beautiful, wonderful person. So the ego, the guru's job is remove this mask called the ego, sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant. Unpleasant when he's applying that knowledge, and that knowledge is asking me to introspect and look within, and it hurts. It's confronting my fears, my pains, my inadequacies, my selfishness. Well, that's not very pleasant. But then at times you overcome that fear. You overcome that pain. You feel divine love. Very pleasant. So relationship with Guru is pleasant and unpleasant. It's never 100% pleasant. Combination of the two. So when do we need Shraddha? Well, we don't need Shraddha when it's pleasant. That's easy. If someone's treating you nicely and loving you, you don't need to have faith. Things are going well. When do you need to have faith? When things become unpleasant. When that mask is being sutured off, that's when you need faith. Because there's one trick that this ego uses against the Guru. There's one trick that says, stop this. Stop removing the mask. And this trick is called judgment. The Shishya or student starts judging the teacher. This is the most powerful weapon the ego has against the teacher, judgment. Yeah? In Sanskrit, Parikshanam. Parikshanam means to examine. Examine. Now there's a problem with this. Why can't the Shishya examine the Guru? Why can't he put him under microscope and say, are you qualified to be Guru? Huh? There's a thing, there's a nyaya, a logic, that who is examiner and who is examined. The one who is examiner should always have more knowledge than the one who is examined. Correct? The one who is examiner should be more knowledgeable, more skilled, more advanced than the one who is being examined. So the grade 2 teacher should know more than the grade 2 student. We hope that. We hope so. Yeah? Otherwise, how is he going to test that child? Spell horse. H-O-R-S. Correct. No, there's an E at the end, you know. You have to put that E as well. Teacher doesn't know. Then can't be. Yeah? So teacher is testing student. Student cannot test teacher. That's why this judgment becomes problematic. Because in the judgment, the student now feels, I am going to assess the teacher. But student doesn't have enough knowledge, experience, and has not traveled along that path far enough to be able to verify the facts. So, this is the challenge that we have, okay? That the ego uses the weapon of judgment. Now, how do we deal with this weapon of judgment? We deal with it in this way. Instead of judging, we must come to inquire. Ask question. Why did Guru do that? Why did Guru say that? You must start inquiring, called vichar. Vichar. But there's two types of vichar. There is vichar which is done with devotion, and vichar which is done without devotion. Actually, when it's done without vichar, without devotion, not even vichar actually. Like when your children say, why can't I go out? Why can't I take the car? Why can't I go out with my friends? You never let me do anything. Now when they say, why can't I go out? They are not in the mood to have a discussion and investigation and a wonderful, they're on the truth. What is the nature of going out or not going out? So this is not vichar actually. They use a question, but it's not vichar. When they say, why can't I go out? They're saying, you never let me out. You are a tyrant. You never let me do anything. Boo-hoo. So this is not vichar actually. This is just frustration that is vented. In proper vichar, we have prema, with shraddha. Shraddha purvaka, vichar. Then what happens? That person lovingly, sympathetically, interestingly wants to know why that took place. This loving inquiry is how you destroy the weapon of judgment. This is how you destroy the weapon of judgment. You lovingly inquire. Why did he do that? Why did that take place? This is how it is. As you make the inquiry, what happens? Guru now will sit you down and say, now I will explain what I said or what I did. And when you make that inquiry, Guru now knows you are thinking at a deeper level than the general population. Because general population doesn't ask questions. It just listens and nods. And I said, that joke that he said, that was funny. That was a good one. And I remember the statue, he sculpted the statue. That was a beautiful sculpture. I think we'll go to the museum tomorrow. The general population many times misses the point. Yeah? That student that says, wait a minute, you said something, I think contradiction is there, something doesn't make sense, something, please explain. Then teacher knows this student is a bit special. This one a bit more advanced. And to that student, it is said, they share deeper knowledge. Why? Asking deeper questions. As they share this deeper knowledge, devotion, and wisdom, the student's vision gets elevated. It gets elevated. And the student's vision gets elevated to where? To the vision of the teacher. And where is the teacher sitting? Above and beyond? Ego. And so now the teacher is able to elevate the student's vision, glimpse above and beyond ego. And that shishya, when he sees above and beyond, when he gets a glimpse, he takes that beauty of moksha. He gets a glimpse of it. That's enough to fuel his further sadhana and spiritual practice. His commitment to moksha all of a sudden becomes, the fuel tank is filled. I got glimpse. Beautiful glimpse. Yeah. Last week, Puja Swamiji did a seminar on journey into health. Now, I could not attend. I had a class, but some attendants told me that at the end, Swamiji did meditation. It was amazing. Amazing. That in spite of it being on Zoom, people felt you are there with Swamiji. He transported the mind. So they got a glimpse. And as you get that glimpse, you feel so rejuvenated, refreshed. That as that mask is peeling off, now you are getting that fresh breeze. The skin is finally coming in contact with that fresh air, fresh sunlight, and it is feeling so natural, so beautiful, so harmonious and at peace. This is what happens. Inquire into the teacher, and the teacher will raise your vision to where he is. So this is how we approach. This is how we should approach conduct, words that cause us pain, that are unpleasant, that don't make sense. We should always inquire. Don't judge. Judgment is the weapon of ego. And that judgment will kill your shraddha. Once shraddha is gone, journey is over. You cannot travel on that journey anymore. Take a pause, stop until the shraddha is restored, then only you can continue on. So inquiry is the key. Now where does God play in all this? Because the next question people have is, okay, sounds very exciting. Now I want to have full faith in my guru. No, Swamiji, the only problem is I have to find the Guru. Where's the Guru, Swamiji? Is there a cave in Himalayas where all these Gurus are sitting there and they're meditating? And they are like ready, just sitting in Padmasana with hand like this. And they're just chanting, Om. And they should have Rudrakshamala, Bhasma, one orange cloth, Kamandadu. If you got this description, Guru. I need to find one of these Gurus, Swamiji. That's the problem. We can't find them. I've been looking in the caves in Dandenong, looking in the mountains of the nearby Mount Bulla ranges. I can't find any of these Gurus there. Lots of people skiing, but no Guru. Hayyo! So I'm going to wait till I get older and then walk up to Himalayas and look for Guru. When you go to Himalayas, you'll see different types of Gurus. One Jatadhari, one Mundan. Now you have choice. Which one do you want to go with? Mundan or Jatadhari? Which one is the better Guru? You have to think. Then you have to look at how much vibhuti he has on his head. If only one vibhuti is okay, but this one got vibhuti everywhere. Oh, I think his Guru, his Gurutvam is stronger. And then one little mala. This one big mala. I think he's even bigger Guru. One is wearing bata chappal. One is wearing that wooden padukas. Or wooden padukas, more authentic Guru. Bata chappal, not that good. Nike, no chance whatsoever. Guru is wearing Nike, no way. Because nowhere in Amar Chitra Katha have we said Guru wearing Nike. So you cannot take him. Yeah? And then, what if Guru has mobile phone? No, he's out. Mobile phone Guru not allowed. Why? Again, Amar Chitra Katha never seen. You know, we met all these sadhus from Uttarkashi. And they all just wear robes, very simple people, great Shastri, living in small kutiyas and all that. And then I also had this Amar Chitra Katha type of vision of these Gurus. And then after the lecture was finished, they came out and all got onto their mobile phones. And I said, what happened all of a sudden? And then all of a sudden, my notion of Guru was gone. Why? Because I was like, Guru should not have mobile phone. This is all very immature versions of understanding. Yeah, all incorrect. Never look for Guru. Your purpose is not to find Guru. Yeah. Shastra says, Tad vijnanartam sa guru me vabhigachet. Why do you approach the Guru? That's the most important thing. Tad vijnanartam, for the sake of this knowledge, liberating knowledge. This is why I'm going for Guru. Because I'm trying to find, I want this liberating knowledge so I get to Moksha. So Moksha is my goal. Having a Guru is only a means. Having a Guru is not the goal. Being called a disciple is not the goal. Being liberated is the goal. Mukti is the goal, not Shishya. Aham Shishya is not the goal. Aham Muktaha is the goal. I am free, that is the goal. Not I am a disciple. That we have to be clear. So when we have sincerity and earnestness for seeking moksha and not Guru, God hears the call of your heart. The universal mind called Samashti Man. This Samashti Man is called Ishvara, God. And God hears that sincere cry of the Shishya. Seeker actually. And God says this seeker's cry is so sincere that he says, I'm not going to send a Guru. He said, I will come in the form of a Guru. And I will go and meet that Shishya. I will meet that seeker, and that seeker will become Shishya. Yeah? And so it is up to the seeker to radiate the fragrance of desire for liberation. When the seeker radiates the fragrance of mumukshutvam, desire for liberation, God in the form of Guru comes and said, now I will teach you. It's like this. How does the flower attract the bee? Flower must unfold. Then the stems of pollen must come out. When the flower unfolds, the stems of pollen come out, then the fragrance of that pollen attracts bees. And the bee comes, collects the pollen, germinates it, and the flower comes to its fulfillment. In the same way, as the seeker unfolds, gives up desires for worldly interests, and now has desire for moksha. As the seeker unfolds, seeking only moksha, then bee in the form of Guru comes and says, now I will bring you to your fulfillment. So don't go looking for gurus. Look for moksha. Remain devoted to God. If you haven't got the guru, remain devoted to God and remain committed to moksha. God will organize the guru for you. You don't need to find the guru. God finds the guru. And that connection between guru and shishya, inexplicable. Cannot be explained. When you meet them, there is love at first sight. The true love, not the romantic love. Huh? The true love, it just happens. And you know, this is my guru. And he can be having mobile phone. He can be having iPad. He may not have any vibhuti or vibhuti. He may be traveling in airplanes, going here and there. That is irrelevant. Your heart will say, this is guru. But now you always keep focused on moksha. Don't keep focused on becoming a shishya. Because some people get very excited about becoming a shishya only and say, this is my guru. And then they sit at the feet of the guru and they say, everyone take photo of me sitting at the feet of the guru and pressing guru's feet. And guru is saying, why are you doing this to me? You're breaking my toes only, hurting all my things. Please stop this. But shishya said, look, take photo now. We are not there for photo gallery. Okay, don't go meet guru so that you can put more photos on your wall. Go for knowledge. You meet a great teacher, ask questions. Ask questions about life. That's what we should do. So if you have that earnestness, desire for moksha, desire for freedom, which means desire for happiness, pure desire for happiness, if you have that, God will make sure right gurus come to you. And finally, he only will come in guru in front of you and say, now I will teach you. This way, no seeker ever gets cheated in life. Never gets cheated. It is the minute the seeker wants something other than moksha that he can be cheated. If seeker wants status, if seeker wants affection, if seeker wants to be part of inner circle, any of these are distractions. Seekers can want siddhis. Teach me how to read the mind of the person next to me. If you want that, you can be cheated. Teach me how to make money quickly. Oh, Guruji. Guruji, teach me money, financial matters, wealth management strategies. Okay. Teach me how to manage my family. All these things, these are not moksha. Okay, these are still worldly goals. So in worldly goals, because you want worldly goal, they'll give you that much only. I know a man once, he had knee pain. And he went to all different doctors and all that and could not resolve it. And then finally he saw some yogi, someone recommended one yogi, go there. And he went to that yogi. And that yogi did something, medicine, this, touch it, that. It cured his knee pain. It went. Then after that, he was thinking, now, maybe we'll talk about some Shastra and all that. But he didn't know anything about Shastra. The yogi didn't know nothing about Shastra and all that, Vedanta Vichar and all this type of thing, nothing he knew. Then he turned around and said, what type of guru is that only? He doesn't know Shastra, he doesn't know how to do all these things. And I think that yogi, he took some money for his, fee. And whenever guru takes money for anything, that causes lots of problems for people. Taking money. Oh, why is he taking money only? So I said, he felt a bit cheated by that. And I said, you went to this man, what did you want? You went for moksha? No. What did you go to get rid of? Knee pain. I said, did he get rid of your knee pain? Yes. Then what's your problem? He did his job now. You turned the guru into a doctor and a physiotherapist. But guru is supposed to be guru only. You didn't go to him seeking Vedanta or knowledge. You went with arthritic knee pain. And because of arthritic knee pain, he gave you on kashayam, put a hot pack, taught you some exercises. Your knee pain is gone. Bas, you got what you wanted. We must be clear, what do we want? If we know what we want, and if we get that from that teacher, don't ever feel cheated. If you want to know horoscope and you get horoscope, don't feel cheated. Don't say, why can't he teach me about moksha? You didn't go for moksha, wrong person. If you want affection and he gives affection, don't feel you got cheated. You got your affection. If you want your photograph next to great Jagat Prasiddha Guru, well-known Guru, and you got your photograph, then put that on the wall. That's it. Don't sit there and say, how come I didn't bless my child and all that? No, you went for photograph, you got your photograph. Signed as well. Very nice. We must be clear what we want. Now, if you want moksha, then your mind will not be fascinated by these distractions. Your friend will come and say, meet my guru, he can cure knee pain. I don't have knee pain, I have ego pain. I need a guru that can get rid of my ego. If he gets rid of my ego, my identification with knee is gone. All body pains are finished. So I'm looking for that guru. So this is how, with this sincerity, when we approach, God protects the seeker. God protects. The seeker need not worry, because God then says, he wants moksha, I am going to deliver guru that will give moksha. And that's why we have the most beautiful prayer which we chant at the beginning of every class, and it is exactly what I just mentioned right now. Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Saha Ishwaraha Avatu. May the Lord protect me and the teacher. Sahana Bhunaktu. May the Lord protect or make us enjoy this knowledge. Saha Viryam Karavavahai. May we both put forth our efforts. Guru and Shishya. Tejasvina vaditamastu. May the knowledge, aditam, that we study become tejasvi. Brilliant and bright. Not academic, but insight. May that knowledge turn into insight. And the most important line, Ma vidvisha vahi. Ma vidvisha vahi. May we never quarrel and hate each other. May there not be anger, frustration. That's the most important part. You say this prayer not to Guru. This prayer is said to God. And God protects Guru Shishya Sambandha. God takes care of this. So what is the phala of God's grace? You get a Guru. And your relationship with Guru remains strong. That is the grace of God. Then, from the grace of God, you get the grace of Guru. And the grace of Guru is that jnanam become vijnanam and you gain moksha. Knowledge become wisdom and you gain enlightenment. Understand? So faith in God is important. Sincerity for moksha important. Yeah? And spirit of inquiry. Always inquire into things you don't understand from the Guru. Don't judge the Guru. Judgment is the key. The ego is now shooting out and saying, kill this inquiry commission. I don't like this inquiry commission. It must end. Okay? So this is how we manage faith in Guru.